word from Patricio Lustau to Neymar and Yoshimar Yotun. That was the little battle in the opening couple of minutes that I said to keep an eye on. Yotun going to be the man tasked, it seems, with protecting that Peruvian back four. Ball there for Aldo Corso down the right hand side. Can't on this occasion beat Alexandro. It's going to go behind for a goal kick. Here's the goal again. Little deft touch there from Neymar, just always aware of the space. Worked out over to Everton. Cross into the box, it's headed up into the air. Gabriel Jesus does really well just to keep calm. Side foot that ball back across the 6-yard box. Absolutely nothing Pedro Galese can do about that one. Carrillo finds a little bit of space down the right. The cross comes in, only one in the box, and Edison comes and collects under pressure. Neymar towards a foul from Renato Tapia. Danilo works down the line towards Gabriel Jesus, and he's forced backwards to Eder Militao, who combines with Fabinho. In the end, opts for safety, goes back to his goalkeeper. Midway through the first half, Brazil in front. It's another strong challenge on Neymar. And this time we're going to see our first yellow card. It's Christian Ramos who came through the back of Neymar on this occasion. And it's Christian Ramos who enters Patricio Lustau's notebook first. It's a careless challenge from the centre-back. Stepping up out of defence, trying to apply some pressure on Neymar as he drops deep and looks to get on the ball. Overstepping the mark on that occasion. Eder Militao, Fabinho. Does well under pressure, just to recycle the ball. Able to come again. Fabinho looks for the diagonal forward into the feet of Neymar. Neymar can turn, plays the ball with the outside of his foot, clipped towards the back post, and there's no messing around there from Marcos Lopez. He had Gabriel Jesus hovering with intent on his shoulder, and the young fullback just hammers it behind for a corner. Big night for Marcos Lopez, the 21-year-old. Question marks over some of the defending here. Peru just wonder who's picking who up. Neymar to take. Headed away. The player stayed down in the 6-yard box. The shot comes in by Fabinho, just off target. So difficult for Pedro Galese in the Peru goal. A crowded penalty area. player on the ground just in front of him. He would have seen that very, very late. Very relieved man to see Fabinho's shot whistle just wide of that far post. Still 1-0. Fabinho, done a good job so far after 25 minutes of just picking up those loose balls. Nothing fancy in possession. But when you're in the defensive midfield position for Brazil, you've got all those players around you, you can afford to just keep things easy, let the others do some of the more technical, tricky things. Padula wins a throw. Peru just trying to find some kind of foothold in this one. Go on and on about the attacking talents of Brazil, but so far they're doing a very good job themselves of limiting Peru once they get into the Brazilian half. Andre Carrillo wins his side a corner on this occasion. Chance for Ramos and Abraham to get forward. Christian Cueva will take it. There it is, Ramos and Abraham in the penalty spot, going into attack this one. It's hung up towards the back post, headed down. Well, there's a flag up anyway. Just for a moment there, it looked as though Brazil had stepped out a little bit too early. Space in the 6-yard box as it dropped. Promising sign perhaps for Peru. Instead it's Brazil again looking to come forward. Gabriel Barbosa this time loses possession. It's nicely done by Carrillo, this time on the near side. The 30-year-old switching flanks during the opening half an hour here. His last goal coming against Brazil in World Cup qualification early on in the process in 2020. Tapia brings it out from the back, floats the ball over onto that far side. Peru forced all the way back to Galese. Ramos feeds it into the midfield with Tapia. Back to Ramos. It's a long ball looking for that run of Lapadula. Not going to get there ahead of Alexandro, the goal scorer, though. Sandro goes back to Ederson, who can clear. Yotun does well there in midfield just to hold off the challenge. And Peru can come forward again. Carrillo feeds it forward, gets the ball back. Carrillo with a bit of space, decides not to shoot, works it out onto that far side for Aldo Corso. Corso crosses, headed away by Thiago Silva, and Corso will let this one run for a throw. It's much better from Peru, this. Corso throws the ball back. Corso, one of the two players in the lineup, still playing his football in Peru. Featured in the Libertadores this year with Universitario. Carrillo again battling away with Gabriel Jesus. Good strength from Carrillo. Keeps the ball and it's worked back to Tapia. Tapia takes a shot on from distance. Bounces awkwardly in front of Edison. But under little pressure, the Man City keeper allows an initial touch before gathering. Good little spell this though from the Blanquirroja. Edison's long pass on this occasion, slightly miscued, a little too heavy. Floats over the head of Gabriel Jesus. Peru can enjoy some further possession. Can't get away from Renato Tapia. But Tapia caught in possession on this occasion. Here comes Gabriel Barbosa. Worked out to Everton. Everton up against Aldo Corso. Forced inside. Crosses towards the back post. Headed away. Danilo wins it. And Marcos Lopez can clear, but only as far as Danilo. Danilo under pressure from Carrillo. Loses out, but Fabinho's there once again to mop up. And Fabinho protects Brazil there from the counter once more. Thiago Silva. Neymar. Always is the pass out from the defence. Neymar as he drops deep, and almost always then when he looks to keep the ball for more than a moment on the end of one of those little challenges. It's Yoshi Yotun again. That's wayward by Fred. Cuts out and Peru can come forward. There's not too many options ahead, just Lapadula. They have to be a bit more patient, but here they come forward now. Disguise on that one into the penalty area. Cueva can't quite bring it under control. There's some nice moments of invention. There's going to be a yellow card finally for Yoshima Yotun. On this occasion, Neymar's not the recipient, it's Gabriel Jesus, but Yotun goes in the book. Not for the first time, a little bit late. Yotun coming into the tournament, having helped Cruz Azul win the title in Mexico. And if you know Cruz Azul's recent history, then winning a title, no mean feat. Yotun central to that. This time the ball's won fairly. Fred can pick it up for Brazil. Gabriel Jesus. Nice little drop of the shoulder. Looks to get away from Marcos Lopez, who comes in with a good tackle. It's been a good first half for Marcos Lopez on the whole. Space here for Neymar again. Again though, as soon as he gets it, two men on him, he manages to wriggle away from that position. There's a shot here maybe, chance comes in, it's over the crossbar. Well, it just opened up again for Alexandro. Neymar manages to wriggle away from two challenges, then finds a fullback on the edge of the box. Thought about laying one more off for Everton, but it did just open up right on the edge of the box for Sandro, and he couldn't keep his shot down. Just the 1 minute added here in Rio. Brazil 1, Peru 0. But a decent opening half in which Peru have certainly been given some encouragement. Offside flag there against Neymar, and Gabriel Jesus has kicked the ball away. Peru hoping. Patricio Lustau looks on that harshly. The referee clearly saying, come on, let's get on with things. Thiago Silva steps across to cut that one out. And that will be the last action of the half. Brazil 1, Peru 0 at half-time here in Rio de Janeiro. The champions looking to go 2 for 2 in this year's competition and all but seal their place already in the quarter-finals. But Peru have had encouragement, have had their moments, and will feel that they could still get something from this one. An intriguing 45 minutes still to come. And we'll be back after the break with that second half. Stick with us. Across the shoulder from Tapia, but that in itself surely not enough either. And the penalty is reversed. Neymar will not be doubling the lead from the penalty spot, and Peru survived. The correct decision in the end. Took its time, but I think Patricio Lustau gets that one right. It's now Neymar's turn to have a word with the officials, but can't accuse them of not having a good look at that one. A long delay. Every possible angle of every possible bit of contact. And in the end, nothing given. It remains then Brazil 1, Peru 0. Tapia works the ball back to his goalkeeper. Relieved man that he didn't just give away a penalty there, but Brazil straight back on the front foot. Here's Richarlison. Richarlison looks for Fred on that overlap, and Fred just about, well, thinks he just about kept it in to win a corner. Goes out for a goal kick in the end. "25 minutes of normal time remaining." We will have a healthy amount of stoppage time given that VAR delay and the substitutes that will no doubt follow. And as long as it remains 1-0, with how Peru have approached this one, it's very much alive. Tapia, the long switch over, looking for Aldo Corso. Can't find him, and Fred tries to work it into the path of Richarlison. Can't set away the Everton man, and instead Peru come forward again. Aldo Corso wins the throw. And we're going to have some changes. 66 minutes on the clock, and it's a double change from Peru. Luis Iberico and Alex Ferreira making their way in. Sergio Peña and Gianluca Lapadula making their way off. No real surprise with the changes. Peña's struggled to be involved. Lapadula also, but through no real fault of his own. This little reshuffle then with Valera and Iberico on the pitch could just give that Brazilian defence a little more to think about. For the time being, they've got some defending to do. Brazil break forward. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Lays it off to Fred. Fred tries to thread it into Neymar, finds him on the edge of the box. Neymar gets the shot away. Now Neymar's got his goal. It's wonderfully taken from the Paris Saint-Germain man. And Brazil do lead 2-0. And it is indeed Neymar. denied his penalty thanks to VAR, but Cristian Ramos just stands off Neymar, allows him to turn, and the finish is unerring. Drilled low, hard. Pedro Galese can't get down to it quick enough. And Brazil lead Peru by 2-0. Goal number 68 now in a Brazil shirt for Neymar. And with every passing game, he just takes that little step closer to the great Pele's record. Remarkable record as well for Neymar under Chiche. This the 35th match since Chiche took over. And Neymar now with 22 goals, 20 assists in that time as well. Peru looking for an instant response. Iberico loses out. And Peru come forward again, and once again Fabinho's there to clean up for Brazil. 20 minutes remaining then. As I said, when it stayed at 1-0, it was very much open. At 2, you sense that it could be curtains for Peru. It'll only be the second time in the last 11 tournaments they've lost on the opening day. Richarlison. But the format of this year's tournament, of course, means defeat to Brazil in Group B. Certainly doesn't mean at all that Peru are on their way out or have plenty to do. 4 games for them remaining, and 4 teams of the 5 going through to the quarterfinals, so plenty of opportunities still for the Blanca Roja. And despite trailing here 2-0 to the best team in South America, there's been enough to suggest that Peru can still cause problems to most of the other teams in this competition, in truth. Neymar wins a free kick and then looks to win a yellow card off Cristian Ramos, just kicks the ball against him. But in the meantime, we're going to have another change. Roberto Firmino is going to replace Gabriel Jesus. Firmino didn't feature against Venezuela. So it's his first taste of action in the competition. Neymar just dropping off again and now bursting into the Peru half. Still Neymar. Good opening here. Richarlison forces the save. And it opened up for Brazil there. Just Neymar quickly accelerating away in midfield. Here it is again. Neymar just breaking towards the edge of the box, feeding Richarlison, and it's not the cleanest to strike, just bobbles a little bit, takes any of the power off the shot. Galese is able to make that save. No one there to turn in the rebound. And it would be very harsh on Peru if Brazil were to run away with this one. Another couple of changes then for Peru. Christian Cueva making his way off, and so too Yoshi Yotun. No real surprise with Yotun on a yellow card. Was always something to keep an eye out for. But keep an eye on this young man, Martin Tavera, who's just coming on. Shot from distance, and Neymar on this occasion. Shot goes just wide of the post. Alexis Arias, the other man to come in for Peru. Midfielder from Melgar. This occasion, Neymar just dragging that one wide of the post on his left foot on this occasion. Final 15 minutes of normal time here in Rio de Janeiro. It's going to be 2 wins from 2. And Ribeiro just spotted that run of Neymar. Just a fraction too much on it. There's been another nice little cameo from Everton Ribeiro, the 32-year-old Flamengo man. Placed Lucas Paquetá against Venezuela and again showed some nice little touches. Just see everyone in this Brazil squad vying for competition. They break forward here. Here's Fred. It's going to release Richarlison. Richarlison squares the ball. It's going to be number 3, surely. Great save. Pedro Alese denies Roberto Firmino. The danger's not quite away yet. Neymar clips it to the edge of the box. Fabinho can't get it down, and eventually it's hacked away by Aldo Corso. So close to number 3. Emerson wins a free kick on the far side. Well, here's that chance again. Just wonderful break forward. Fred charges through from the midfield, lays it into Richarlison, squares the ball, and really you'd bank on Bobby Firmino being able to just to tap that one in. Little too close to Pedro Galesi. Gives the Orlando City goalkeeper the opportunity to make that recovery save. And Galesi did so wonderfully. Keeps the score at 2-0. It's not going to have an impact on the outcome of this game. Neymar floats that one in towards Emerson. It's well cut out. And Peru can clear. Only as far as Eder Militao. Brazil's substitutes certainly seem hungry when they come onto the pitch to make an impact. We saw it in the first game, we've seen it again here this evening as well. And if there were any question marks over perhaps the mentality going into this tournament with the players, Casemiro coming out during those World Cup qualifiers, the players were against the tournament taking place here in Brazil. The number of games that they're then being asked to play as well on the back of a week of World Cup qualification. They've certainly answered some of those questions in the opening 2 games. Here's Neymar again breaking forward. Again Richarlison in space. Again Richarlison crosses, and this time the ball is turned home. Everton Ribeiro makes it 3. Everton Ribeiro does what Roberto Firmino couldn't do moments earlier. Richarlison, the provider. Peru cut wide open. It's a wonderful little passage of play. Little flick from Everton Ribeiro into Neymar. Neymar into Richarlison. And Richarlison, low cross again, straight across the 6-yard box. This time cannot be missed. 3-0 5 days ago against Venezuela. 3-0 here tonight against Peru. And the champions are looking as formidable as ever. It's a first goal for the national team for Everton Ribeiro. A simple one. And one that maybe in the balance of play is harsh on Peru, who for long periods of this game had really given a go of things, made life difficult. The second half has got away from them. Run out of steam. And it's been Brazil in this last passage of the game that have been able to express themselves and enjoy themselves with that 2-goal cushion. And the third goal had certainly been coming. We're already a minute into 6 added minutes. Remember, we had that fairly lengthy delay for the penalty decision that was overturned, and for a moment looked as though it could have given a lifeline to Peru. At that stage it was still 1-0. Moments later, Neymar made certain anyway with a wonderfully taken goal. And ever since that moment, the contest has really been over. It will be opening match defeat for Peru, something they're not used to in recent years. However, no reason to panic for the Blanquirroja. 4 of the 5 teams progress, and it's something that Peru have done a lot of in recent years, get through the group stage. Since the 1995 edition of the Copa America, in which they went out in the group phase and they didn't win a game. Since then, the 9 tournaments that have followed, they've always progressed to the next round. 5 quarter-final appearances, 3 semi-final appearances, and 1 final appearance. It could be 4. It's going to be 4. No, it's a block on the line, but no, it's turned in. Richarlison gets his goal at the second time of asking, and it is a little harsh on Peru. This, they find themselves 4-0 down. Richarlison with the celebrations in stoppage time. All smiles for Brazil. It's a 7th goal of this year's Copa America already. It's that pass from Neymar that creates it. It's a good block initially to deny Richarlison. The ball falls kindly for him again. And he's able to, from the ground, make it 4-0. The task has just proved a little too much for Peru ultimately. Roberto Firmino, another good chance for him off the bench, initially saved. And Richarlison with 2 bites at the cherry, able to finally get his goal. Missed a couple of good chances against Venezuela in the first game, and will be very pleased to get his account up and running. The team on the kind of run that Brazil are in don't need any kind of confidence lift really, but will do the likes of Richarlison the world of good just to put some of those misses behind him, get himself a goal, and they move on. Got a little bit of time to rest now, Brazil, because the next game's in Group B, will be between Venezuela and Ecuador, and Colombia against Peru. That'll be on Sunday. And Peru and Brazil therefore can wait until next Wednesday for their next game against Colombia, here again at the Estadio Olímpico Nilton Santos. One minute remain here, and Brazil have another free kick in a similar position to the two previous that Neymar's taken. One that was comfortably saved, one that went just past the far post, and Neymar, the third time of asking. Neymar again, and this time over the crossbar. Well, he looks to the heavens, but it's been another impactful game for Neymar. Another goal and another Brazil win in which he's been at the centre. All smiles before kickoff, and nothing to change the mood in the Brazil camp so far in this Copa America. Neymar gives chase under that one. We've almost had our 6 minutes of added time. And Patricio Lustau 4, Peru 0. 2 wins from 2 for the defending champions. And further evidence of Brazil being the team to beat here in the Copa America. Peru put up a good fight for a long period of this one. But as soon as Neymar rifled in that second, the contest was over, and Chiche's side ran riot, adding another couple to make this more comfortable than it maybe was over much of the 90 minutes. An opening day defeat for Peru, who can come back again. There's plenty there to take positives from for Ricardo Gareca. Peru play Colombia in their next game, another difficult game. Colombia on 4 points already, but Peru will feel there's enough in this team that they can still progress from the group. Brazil already with a foot in the quarterfinals, and no change of the opinion that they are very much the red-hot favourites for the 2021